Hey guys, UncleSamTurret here, and now that Call of Duty Ghosts has been out for about a week and a day-ish as I'm recording this, I've gotten a lot better at the game and played it a lot more, so I'm going to let you guys know what some of my favorite things are in the game, like perks and guns and stuff, and then at the end of the commentary I'll kind of drift over into something a little bit less Call of Duty, but just hopping right into it. My very first thing that I'm going to let you guys know is my favorite gun, because that's kind of your most important thing, I guess, in your class loadout, your gun, your primary weapon. It's what you're going to use to get kills and stuff. So just as a sort of disclaimer, I guess, for all these things that I'm going to let you guys know, it's my favorite out of the ones I've used so far. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to use all the guns and weapons and perks and maps and stuff so far, but my favorite weapon so far is not the MSBS like you're seeing on the screen. When I first got the game, I thought it was actually going to be the MSBS because I heard that it was a really try-hard gun. It was like the type, and I think it's 95 from MW3, got a lot of one burst kills, and I thought the MSBS was going to be the same, but it wasn't for me. I got a lot of two burst kills until I put the muzzle brake on it. It got a lot better once I put the muzzle brake on, and T Martin actually made a video about that. He said don't use the suppressor on it, use the muzzle brake, and I said no way. I love using suppressor on my guns. I'm not going to use that freaking muzzle brake. Why would I use that crap? But even with no attachments, it wasn't really that great. So I can't even imagine using the suppressor on this. You have to use muzzle brake to really have it be doing like really good. So yeah, MSBS, use muzzle brake. But my favorite weapon in the game is the Vector CRB. I really can't tell you why. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that you move faster with the SMGs, and that's what I like because I do like moving a lot faster. But other than that, I can't really think of a reason. Like it's just, I don't know. I really like the Vector CRB a lot. So that's my favorite gun, and I have been able to maintain about between a 2 and a 3 KD with the Vector CRB. I think I can probably look up those stats somewhere, but I'm too lazy, or I really don't know how. And so yeah, the Vector CRB is my favorite gun in the game so far, and my favorite map in the game so far is probably the map Prison Break. Now, I haven't played on all the maps. I've played on Octane, Strike Zone, Prison Break. This map, obviously, I don't even know what it is. There's also that one that was my very first game. If you remember, or if you watched that video, my very first game of Call of Duty was on, I can't remember what map it was, but I played on that map too. And Prison Break is probably my favorite one. I played on a few more also, but Prison Break, definitely, I really like the way it is like in the jungle and stuff. I would kind of like that, but other than that, again, I can't really tell you why. I love Prison Break. I've played on it the most, and I know it the best. So maybe that could also have to be like something that goes with it, or the reason why I like it the most also. But for me, Octane seems a little bit crazy, kind of. It's really, really fast-paced and stuff, and maybe it's a little bit too fast-paced for me. And then also the map Strike Zone, if you kind of like get rid of the buildings, like, or at least the way they look, and you just kind of look at the pathways and stuff, you can tell that it is actually like kind of a remake of the map Dome, and that's really cool. Someone pointed that out to me, and I was like, whoa, this is actually the map Dome. So I could just be making myself sound like a super huge noob here, and you guys all knew that and I didn't know that, or you guys just found that out too, and your minds are like, whoa, that is actually just like how mine was when I first found out about that. But anyway, don't hate on me too much. Don't say, oh, you're such a noob, go actually play the game, because I didn't know about that until a couple days ago when someone actually showed that to me. But yeah, moving on, my favorite perk in the game so far, you can see when I die somewhere in this gameplay, the perks I'm using, probably off the grid, ICU, Focus, and other perks like that. Those three are probably my favorite in the entire game. Which one is my favorite? I don't know, because I don't think I've ever used a perk like ICU where you regenerate health faster, which is kind of cool. So I really like that. But one perk, I guess, that I'm probably going to go with as my favorite is the one that I've been using ever since I started playing Call of Duty, and that is less flinch when you get shot. So that's Focus, and whatever the equivalent was in the games before this one, that's what I've been using too as pretty much my favorite perk. Focus is just so awesome. You can be running around and you might not get the first shot on a guy, but you can still win that gunfight because you're going to be able to get your shots on target even though he's shooting you. And if you don't have that perk and you don't get the first shot off, you're pretty much And if you don't get the first shot on target, you're going to be dead. It's just as simple as that. So I still like to have a fighting chance, even if I have a little bit slower reaction time or something, or if I'm sprinting and the other guy wasn't sprinting and he got a shot on me first, I'm still able to win that gunfight sometimes. So that's really important to me, and I really like that perk for that reason. But I don't know if there's anything else. You saw that I switched actually to the Vector CRB a little bit back in the gameplay from the MSBS, and that's because the Vector is my favorite gun, and we were down by a little bit, and so I decided to try and use this gun and come back a little bit. And then the ending of this gameplay is really sad. It comes really close, and then spoiler alert, we lose, and it's all because of me. I was the last one killed. Ooh, that's tough. But now moving on, my favorite kill streak in the game, I actually haven't used much of the kill streaks. I've used more specialist stuff, which is what I like a lot. So specialist is pretty much my favorite, I guess. But if I had to choose one from the assault, I would say the guard dog is really fun to use, I think, because he can be taken out pretty easily, but he follows you around and it's cool. He's man's best friend. I like dogs, so maybe that's why I like the guard dog a lot. But I'm not that type of player that gets really high score streaks, or kill streaks, I guess. So, I guess that's why I don't like any of the higher ones. But the guard dog is my favorite, because guard dogs are awesome. They protect you and stuff, and dogs are man's best friend. That's why I like them so much. So, last thing I wanted to say before this gameplay ends is that, speaking of favorites, Call of Duty Ghosts isn't my favorite game right now. Usually it is, because the Call of Duty game is what I play like all year long, and it's the only game I play. But Grand Theft Auto 5 is still really good, and so that tells you how good Grand Theft Auto 5 is, if it's making me want to play GTA 5 over Call of Duty Ghosts. So anyway, sometime around here you're probably seeing me die to that guy. It was so sad. I got stuck on that little thing. That's just me not knowing the map as much as I should, and that cost us the game. It was still fun though anyway. And the outro has 2 recent videos you may have missed, and you can subscribe in the top right hand corner. This gameplay was this commentary was a little bit longer, so if you actually managed to stay throughout this whole commentary so far, you're doing awesome. And if you subscribe and watch my other commentaries, they won't be this long probably. So that's all I have to say. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.